It's long been rumored, whispered about, and hoped for. Beetlejuice 2, a sequel to the 1988 Tim Burton horror comedy hit, always seems to be on the tips of everyone's tongues when they interview Michael Keaton or Burton himself. Winona Ryder even seemed to confirm that the movie might go into production as recently as 2015, according to USA Today. "I think I can confirm it," she said at the time. Deadline subsequently announced in 2017 that screenwriter Mike Vukadinovich had been hired to write a script, but all news about the subject promptly went dormant. Burton's last reply when questioned about the viability of the project came in 2019, during the Dumbo press junket. Nothing, he told a USA Today reporter when quizzed about progress on the sequel's development. When pressed about the possibility of the sequel occurring at all, he replied, "I don't know. I doubt it." Then, the door seemed to slam with an October 2020 statement from Warner Bros. "The project isn't in active development. Let us take a moment to speculate. Should Beetlejuice to be greenlit, when would it be released? Who would be in it? And what would the movie be about? Keep watching to find out what we know so far. When will Beetlejuice to be released?" Naturally, it's impossible to determine how long it would take to release a movie that doesn't seem to be in the pipeline yet. With a movie greenlit over the summer, between the amount of time required for pre-production, post-production, script writing, and design, it likely wouldn't surface until 2023 or 2024 at the earliest. How long did it take to film the first Beetlejuice? According to the Mark Salisbury book Burton on Burton, Burton started working on the movie while waiting for Warner Brothers to greenlight Batman. In spite of the fact that he'd managed to draw in big bucks with Pee-wee's Big Adventure, which made $40.9 million against a $7 million budget. According to Box Office Mojo, they weren't sure at the time they wanted to risk money on a big-budget Batman extravaganza. From the start of Burton's search for a worthy script to the movie's final test screenings, it took roughly 4 years to bring Beetlejuice to life. It's fair to say the sequel might take at least as long after entering active development. Who will be in the cast of Beetlejuice 2? According to an article in International Business Times, all of the first film's cast was willing to work on a sequel film at that time as long as Burton was brought back as a director. That would include Ryder, who portrayed Lydia Dietz, Alec Baldwin and Geena Davis, who portrayed the Maitlands, Keaton as Beetlejuice, and Catherine O'Hara as Lydia's mother, Delia. Sadly, 2 of the film's central players have died in the intervening years since Beetlejuice. Sylvia Sidney, who played the straight-shooting Juno, passed away on July 1st, 1999 of esophageal cancer at the age of 88, according to the New York Times. And Glenn Shaddix, who portrayed Otho, died on September 7, 2010 after hitting his head during a fall, according to All.com. How a sequel movie would go about replacing a major character like Juno and Otho remains to be seen. What would the plot of Beetlejuice to be? Since the movie hasn't been greenlit, we can't talk about its prospective plot. What can we talk about? Various Beetlejuice screenplays that almost made it to the big screen. According to Screen Rant, Burton first attempted a sequel to the movie by bringing Beetlejuice to the beach in Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian. The plot feels very much something that might spring to life on Beetlejuice, the animated series. The Dietz family would move to Hawaii, where Charles Dietz would attempt to build a resort. But the land selected for the project would be the burial site of an ancient Hawaiian kahuna. Beetlejuice would be called upon to save the day via a surfing contest, which he would win via magic. The film was set to parody popular 60 Seconds beach films, juxtaposing them against a totally inappropriate tonal counterpoint, German Expressionism. After Batman Returns was greenlit, the project died. Not even Kevin Smith's valiant attempt at a rewrite could save it. Daniel Waters, who wrote the dark comedy Heathers, was then hired to give the script another go, but his pass, which featured Beige haunting the Clinton White House, was shelved for good as well when Waters jumped over to Batman Returns. Seth Grahame Smith was subsequently hired to give the movie a go, but his script was also rejected. With Vukadinovich's script officially shelved too, the franchise continues to remain up in the air. Beetlejuice 2 remains a blank canvas onto which some ambitious screenwriter may someday project their vision. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more.